at corruption. What blows is not being able to pay for them all. Even if we hit core all, I can't core them all. So we should focus on coring all that we can. Let's go with the cheapest ones first then. Okay, I need quite a lot more. I've been focusing on mill a lot. I think I'll switch out for... I need a ton of admin. Mill's in a good place. Let's switch to admin for a while. Okay, Carthage looks a whole lot juicier now, doesn't it? Pretty good even. Pretty damn good. The name placement certainly improved. Could be better. I'm happy about our subjects though, Mazab and Jared. Marrakesh aren't very happy with me, but that's because they're not a march. Okay, everybody, you do your own thing. There's no focus here. Morocco needs to go down soon. Castile is our friend, and... Rome. Siena. Well. Naval Doctrine, Jake. Costs money. Jake doesn't have money. It'll cost $120 dues to select one, and I can't afford that. I might wait a very long time before I can afford one. Algerians. They want to rise up in a number of places. I think we should just accept that that's going to happen, and we'll have them go to Tlemcen, maybe? Either way, it's just something that is going to happen. We'll have our units over in Dahra, but I can't afford to pay for them right now. I can't afford even to not pay for them. Look at that. Madness. State maintenance, fort maintenance. Oh no! I wanted to fight Aragon and now they are guaranteed by France. Okay, well, you don't get everything you want. Election in 75. That's when we get our brutal roll. It's alright though, there's still garbage to clean up here. Release Tafilalt as a vassal off of Figwig, less admin to core. But I want the gold province pretty immediately. You make a very valid point though, that's a lot less to core. But I think I might still rather take it for myself. Especially given where we are on this. Yeah, no, I'll take it all for myself, because I want that gold for me. 2 ducats a month would make such a difference. Oh, look at that terrifying Defender of Faith that we have. I actually missed it, so I need to check. Wait, what? That was meant to be a ha-ha, look at this weak Defender of the Faith, but seriously, who? Hadramut. Yes, I remember where Hadramut is. Defender of the Sunni Faith. You know why that's so excellent for me? They're not in the same continent as me, so they won't fight me. I can fight whoever I want. Mamluks didn't defend. Yeah, I know, that's why they're not Defender of the Faith. I was just trying to see who was by opening the declaration on a Sunni. Alright. Can relax a bit. Almost. Almost. Get our armies together, be ready for the rebels, and the rebels are about to rock. God, I already have to pay for my army again. Ah. Algerian people. Yeah, they are about to rise up against me here. Influential power holder on the Barbary Coast area. Yeah, I can't afford guys anyway, so I'll just take that. Is Genoa in Greece? No, that is... Oh, that is. I would have sworn Moria popped out, but looks like I was wrong. Nice to see Carthage in one piece, says Reinhardt. Yeah, we are even in one piece. What a day to be alive. Unfortunately for me, in about a month, I may no longer be in one piece. We'll see what the Chaos Rising is for us. Right, I'm getting that claim on Tefala. Ooh, I already have a claim on them. Ah yes, Melia. I left an opening for Castile very much on purpose because I wanted to entertain the possibility of having them as my ally, and I did get that alliance, so it proved very worthwhile. Portugal hate me, but it's really good. I mean, Portugal taking Gibraltar is so good for me. It stops the Castilians dead in the perma claims that they would get all over here, I think. I'm not 100% familiar with the Spanish focus tree. Focus tree? Bloody hell, Jake. The mission tree. I know I've been wanting to play Hoy lately, but now's not the time. Didn't you say you were going to give Hodna to your vassal? I was. It makes a lot of sense to do so. However, when I consider the name placement, I just couldn't do it. Do you still plan to have a Hellenistic vassal in Greece, or did that disappear in Athens? So, the amazing plan was to subjugate Athens, but when we were forced to observe our nation, Athens got autonomed. However, I will still stick to that. Athens must hold all of Greece for this campaign to be a success. What do we count as Greece, actually? Well, I guess these areas. Thrace, Macedonia, Northern Greece, and Morea. There's a Northern Greece, but no. Anyway, we will get it done, and I have a cunning plan. And normally I'd leave it at that, but people would eventually figure it out. We're going to use the fact that we are a republic, no less a plutocracy, and we're going to release Athens as a city-state, break them off, subjugate them, and then feed them all of Greece. Waiting for client states would take longer than I suspect this campaign is going to take. Epirus is part of Greece too, not sure if in-game province. That's fine. Yanya is part of northern Greece. They're not getting Avalonia though, heavens no. It's Albanian. Feels really, really good to be where we are right now. Oh, right, I thought the election was this year. I was ready for that to cut in and go, oh, and now it's not, but no. No, we're all right. Swell. I don't think we can deal with these Algerians just by pummeling down on them, but we might be able to. Titeri, Mers, Mija, basically all this stuff, right? So if I paid you to sod off, basically. What about Figwigs? Who wants to rise up in Figwig? That'll be, wow, Plemsenes, really? Ocha and Mers are part of you. Okay, essentially, if we did that, and in Titeri and Mers, there's Mers, Thunk, and here's Titeri. Barely, but Thunk. That's actually a great deal for us. If autonomy is 90%. Oh, right. No, don't be foolish, Jake. It's because of the new cores and territories stuff. Oh well, whatever. What's done is done. With that, we should bring their desire to go and revolt against us down quite a bit. Where's Matija? Matija's pretty good on everything. But looking at it, I want that tax. If it moves, tax it. Dahra continues to be a problem. It's actually tempting to autonomize it, so it's less likely to rise up as well. But once we deal with our war exhaustion and the cores, mostly the cores it seems, then all the reason for people to rise up against us will go down quite a bit. Will Iberia become a trade company? I don't see why it wouldn't. That would be very powerful for us. There's definitely a lot of 130 stuff I'm going to forget. And yes, I saw the Seth review on Reset here. It was very good and really quite true. They usually are. It's actually the reason that this stream was a little bit late today. Genoa is busy getting ravaged, which is good news for me. Genoa not getting involved here makes this a much more acceptable fight. And I would even be tempted to bring in Florence. But I'd have to screw Florence over, and I don't think they'd like that. Well, I'm quite confident they wouldn't like that. Brittany. Milan, Naples. And a bit more. My money is not going to good places though, because that bloomin' corruption. Could do with that nice event that kills my kills 2 corruption again, just so I can get some dosh out of it. Dawasir is no longer for this world. This is the first game this is the first time Seth reviewed a game that I played before, thanks to you, Jake, says Rummy. I've got to say he was spot on. It was a really good video. They are really good. He does what he says he does, which is high-class fun posting, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm probably not mistaken. Why is Terry not really going down? Friendly troops just isn't enough right now. My 14 stack is not cutting the mustard here. I certainly need more galleys where I'm going, but I just can't afford anything. I'll invest a little bit in them. That money won't last very long. I can feel it. Feel it in the water. See it in the air. All my subjects like me enough, right? Nobody wants to revolt. Marrakesh is a little on the fence there. I'm also considering other allies. It's worth going over the limit just to keep myself safe here. Savoy, you say? What about Venice? Whoa, I got plus 98 with Venice? When did that happen? Seriously, when did that happen? Given where it is, I assume the AI did that for me. Savoy's busy getting nommed by Genoa. But that might make it useful for me. It's kind of the other way around, isn't it? It really, really is. I'm gonna need Italian friends. Let's proceed with that. Since they're losing, they won't call me in. Because they're a bunch of bloody losers. Gonna pull you back and get that alliance as soon as I can. Don't peace out on me. I need you. Savoy is usually a good friend. They pack a hefty punch no matter what. 2nd of October. We'll go for it. Let's get off of this Speed 2 nonsense. How's the HRE doing? Shadow Kingdom left any disgusting Italians in the... Disgusting Italians? Well, I'm not sure we can have that on our manifesto after we've allied 2 of them. Give it a bit of time, though. Still, the question stands, how's the HRE looking? Genoa's the only one disgustingly clinging on, unless you count Trent as an Italian. The fact that Genoa is might prove troublematic. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, shoot, I didn't actually expect you to call me in. Well, of course, you know. Genoa scared of Ottomans. Shake my head. Well, actually, now I'm at war with Genoa. No, the war is actually going really well, so this is kind of good for us. Still, Genoese involvement. If Genoa lose all their prestige, they are going to disband the Trade League and leave Siena open for a ravaging. The fact that Naples is involved could be used to our advantage against the Papal State if it comes to that. Brittany is involved on our side. Add to that the reasons why this could be beneficial for fighting against the Papal State. Time to attack Naples. No, time to march the army to China. We'll see about that. Either way, this is an opportunity that I can't let pass up. So I'm going to let it pass up at least until the election. If nothing else, gives me a decent opportunity to get these cores done, stabilize my own nation for a bit. The Infidel have called a crusade against us. Infidel soldiers will flock around the banners of countries at war with us. Well, that's just made our enemies a bit stronger in this. The Ottomans did not join Bohemia in a war there. The Ottomans busy? Yeah, against Albania, Venice, and Knights. I wonder if this is an opportunity for me to snag anything here. Corsica is sadly HRE stuff. Also, sadly, the navy that they have is a wee bit stronger than mine and already locked together. I don't want to mark Corsica's vital interest because other people might have done that, like Florence, and I don't want to anger my Florentine friends. Evil Genie says coring, Jake. I thought you said morning, and I was going to scold you and say it's not morning, but you are correct. I need to keep with the cores. See, I was waiting until the exact correct moment for it. Right, well, seems that they're getting a bit ahead of themselves. I wouldn't mind snagging that heavy for myself, so get in there, Aber. If we manage to steal that heavy, we can sell it for another 60 dosh. And I need more simoleons. Naples is detaching the rest of their army to come and save the day, but it's going to be too slow because we have the upper hand here. Sadly, I didn't steal jack. In fact, my galley almost got crushed. Unfortunate. Did you just get into a war right before a brutal vote, says Darth Air? I may have. I didn't intend to. I didn't think I'd be called in. I should have read this a bit closer. I thought Savoy was losing, and if an AI is losing by a certain amount, they won't call in another country into the war. But they weren't losing, they were winning, and I allied a bunch of bloody winners, not a bunch of bloody losers. Just salvage the galleys for scrap and buy some pikes at the nearest store. Pike beam didn't save the day. Could have, though. But greed had to win. I'm going to activate the fort on Tlemcen in case these rebels pop up right here and we need them dispatched. Because they are about to rise up, that's a problem. That's a sizable problem. So's my money, just dribbling away. Like, it's a horrible problem. Oh, shoot, the Neapolitans are here. I don't want to lose a province in all of this, so let's pop out and try to defend ourselves a wee bit. Except it's election time, which means it's time for a brutal vote. Okay. Okay. Right, what's going on the brutal chaos thing? We could be forced to drop 2 allies or subjects, so out of my 6 diplomatic people, 6 diplomatic relations, I'd have to kill 2 of them. We could lose all of our monarch points. We could disband all of our army. We could. Oh man, I'm not well. We could observe our nation for another 4 years. Or we could declare war on Rome immediately. That's going to be our brutal choice. The poll goes up right now. And whatever happens, we gotta do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The funny thing that I haven't considered is what if we get a tiebreaker on into the airlock? If we have a tie, we usually do both. But if I make that the rule, then it's going to incentivize people to make things match up, which is scary. Okay, oddly enough, Observe the Nation for 4 years is not coming out on top. It seems there is a demand for Roma Delanda Est. But it's losing a bit of its lead here. It's just that it has such a massive lead. Revote with just those 2 options, says we use this. No, we will not. If you want to waste your vote on something that other people don't back up, that is yours. Spin a wheel on... Oh, right, you mean on the tiebreaker. Yeah, I think a revote on a tiebreaker is the best thing we could have. Alright, I was fearful that it was going to be observed nation for 4 years again, and God knows what the AI would do with my deficit-facing revolt tinderbox nation. But no, we are forced to, and will, declare war on Rome immediately. Let's get that cleared out of the way. Let's, of course, keep Hamilcar, and thankfully we keep our monarch points as well, few though that we have. And no ifs, ands, or buts, we must declare war on Rome. That doesn't mean that I can't think about calling in Florence, though. It could be a very, very good idea to call in Florence right now, because Milan's going to get involved here. Brittany and Naples are here, and I will need some backup. I think we'll call in Florence. Help me out, buddy. I need you. Now more than ever. Alright, now, sadly, I can't call my friends to arms, because, hell, they don't want any of this. I'm certain that Castile doesn't want any of this. And my Catholic enemies are now stronger because of the Crusade. None of that's very good for me. So now I'm in 2 wars with Italians. Italy's looking mixture of green and red here. Unfortunately, when Genoa's done with this war, they're probably going to pop out and get involved in this war, because they can do that. Same with Brittany, so I need that to go on for as long as possible. Milan and Papal State have 8 galleys between them, all belonging to the Papal State. It's very tempting to shift my entire army over there, but the problem I have, and a big problem that it... oh crap, now those Papals are right there as well. Retreat! I can't fight all the navies at once. These guys are a problem with a capital. It's tempting to autonomize Dahra. I've already done that for Titiera and all that. Is Ojja one? No, Ojja's not one of them. Is one of those though. This is why it's called chaos. What the hell am I meant to do with this? They vastly outnumber me. When it comes to tech, they've got tech 6. They also have tech 6. Yeah, everyone's on tech 6. Even if I had my entire army right here, with that amount of manpower, I couldn't hold out very well. And the fact that they're likely to call in their other allies shortly is a bit of a bummer for me. Brittany and Naples are both going to give me a hard time. Well, fight the good fight, my good friend Florence. Maybe I shouldn't have called you in, because you're just going to get smoked there. I kind of need to deal with these Algerians. Just have them rise up and get them killed and see what happens. If you're going after Rome, you can't invade through Naples or pillage them along the way. Oh, I'd love to. Excommunication for Florence. Florence is being chased down by a lot of Papals. That's really unfortunate. That's going to have Papal State in a real bad situation. At least he had his fort all primed and paid for. Ask the estates to help with manpower. Yes, the estates that I don't have, because we're a plutocratic republic. Glad Naples is already involved in this other war, but they will probably peace out and just help out there as well. What the heck does one do? I can't win on the seas. I can't even just hold out on the seas. My nation's exploding in revolts and I'm in a deficit. I could stop rooting out corruption for a while, but that's still... it's just going to delay the problems, really. Our ports are blockaded, which is hurting us financially further. I have to stop that blockade. Let's get rid of you for a bit. Or at least try to. Go for it, Abar. Cross the Alps, Jake. Cross them indeed. Well, there we go. Florence is merging up with Bergens, but that's not going to be enough unless they're able to take out Milan somehow. Milan's forces aren't that great. If I was able to kick Milan out of the war, that would be nice. It's probably not going to go that way. Naples is marching their way down here, which could be a nice boon if I'm able to block them off there. But I don't have the naval superiority for it. Also, Naples are in a different war. It doesn't matter that much. Fortunately, the Florentine Navy could stand to help us out here. That's Naples heavy. I don't want to deal with the heavy right now. But maybe Naples Heavy wants to deal with me, I don't know. God, this just sucks in every conceivable fashion. Alright, maul their fleets one at a time. If I can dominate the... come on. At least one of my galleys is ready for me. Didn't score anything on him there. 2nd of August, can you get back to port faster than that? Yes, you can. Great, that lets you repair up just in time. Bring out more. Get these scumbags and scallywags off my coastline. Did I lose a galley in that fight? Feels like it did. March into Avignon, then Rome through Iberia and the Alps. It would be so historically accurate. I'm not sure a lot of this is particularly historically accurate for us right now. But what would I know? Alright, let's at least try to keep ourselves fiscally in one piece for now, even if corruption's going to grow a tad. And Morocco's raiding our coasts. Come on, man. I believe you have a galley in port. I do, I have this one in port, but it's a bit banged up. And I don't want to lose galleys. That brings me disgustingly close to Genoa's fleet. Genoa's main fleet, that is. I can't afford to engage the main fleet. Although I could always pull out if things look bad. Savoy's going for it, but Savoy's going to get slaughtered there, and I have no particular desire to offer backup to him. But it might be for the better. Genoa have fewer galleys. If I did go and save the day, it might really turn the tide of the war. But he's got that bloomin' heavy. And he's got a lot of ships. Honestly, don't think that's a great deal for me, and Florence is not involved in the war against Genoa, so he won't help out. Shouldn't be done. I should focus on dividing and conquering his navy. Well, there's the Neapolitans. It's not good news for me. Is that the entire Neapolitan army, though? 9 and 8. Not quite. However, if I were to invade Naples, he wouldn't have enough to eject me out of there. Unfortunately, Naples is in this war, not this war, so it's not in my interest to fight them down right now. Frankly, I'd rather just have that province sieged up and care less. Actually care less, not the American care less. Right, that's Bergzen out of this. Or Bergens. Switzerland's not looking too good, they're getting 3-leagued. Milano. They won't want out of this war anytime soon, however, I gotta hand it to Florence, they're doing what they can, which is siege up the one fort that they can. All while they keep the Papal States at bay. I would be happier throwing more of my army into this if I wasn't paralyzed by Algerian separatists. In a way we all are. I'm thinking of just giving autonomy to a bunch of these buggers so they don't do that, or don't keep me there. Oh, now they are all trapped in Sicily. The opportunity to pillage their entire country is coming to me. But that's assuming I don't get dislodged. Which is the opposite of slodging, by the way. But damn it, rebels could really, really screw me over if I go in like that. Provoke the Algerians. I can't do that because I'm at war. And double war, no less. The fort might be able to hold them at bay, but it's seriously tempting to just go and pillage Naples while they're stuck there, because that is all of them there. Yeah. Screw it, let them rise up. I've got a fort to deal with that. Oh, but they're going to interrupt the coring. Oh no, they're going to get away in time, aren't they? Maybe. Maybe not. Nice try, suckers, but I think you'll find you're stuck in my island. Okay, leave the galleys there. Get the non-galleys back over here. And when I see the galleys, I mean all the bloomin' galleys. Don't want them knackered. Actually, just leave you there for now. I can pick up my units when they're in position for it. I wonder if Savoy would join in this war when all's said and done. Attitude towards enemies is a sizable issue. Not to mention, he doesn't want any of the land. Port's blockaded by Genoese. That's a shame, but it's a shame we're just going to have to cope with. Poor Florentines are stuck there. At least Brittany's on my side. The thing is, if I do pillage Naples right now, that's going to provoke the end of this war. And the moment that war ends, I have Brittany and Naples in the Papal State War. I don't have a good way of dealing with this. If I was no longer at war with Genoa, I would dominate the seas at least. Go for it, Jake. Naples is where the biggest Carthage victory was won, the Battle of Cannae. And we've all seen that one. And I want to sound cowardly, but I think my best option is to hold out for the other war to finish up, get Genoa off the seas. And then triumphantly come in myself. Can I get to them on that? Well, can I get to them? That would be pretty good. I don't like what Genoa's doing there. Genoa could be coming in for my transports, and that would super blow for me. Jeez. Still, I might win against them there, and that would be grand for me. Blockade Genoa for money. Genoa's under occupation by Savoy. That's not going to work. But blockading for money would be good if I could win on the seas. It's just I'm relying on my 11 galleys here. Ah, shoot! Naples and their heavies and their everything else's. Oh, that's not good. Look at my navy get scuppered. That is not an option for me. I gotta pull back or else I lose all my navy. I lost one of them already. Oh dear God, my navy's gone. Oh shoot. Italians winning on the seas? What the heck is this? Yeah, I'm pretty glad I wasn't transporting my troops, but now Naples has a free runaround on me. Okay, don't give in to despair, right? We didn't commit our army and lose all of them. At least. Go in for revenge, chaps. Revenge is best served against the Naples. That was really, really tough. Military access map mode. Where'd Florence run off to? Surely we'd be able to see them regardless. Oh, maybe they're all dead. Wouldn't that be something? They're not. They're still around there somewhere. Ah, here they are. Black flagged in Genoa as their country gets sieged down. Iron ore quality problems. We don't have enough men. This is bad. Corruption is growing. Rebels still want to rise up. We're forced into the second war against Italians. Galleys barely cost naval maintenance, so that's not really something I see on the plus side. There will be blood. Austria's against 3 leagues. Milan, dishonored with 3 leagues. Are you telling me Milan is a bad ally? Like, Florence is soon to not be an ally at all for anyone. Here's the thing, I could separate peace out with Genoa. Honestly, I should have considered that when I was getting hammered by the others. Hey, Groogy, just in time for me to get blasted by Italians. Hey, my navy might have gotten shattered, but my transports did not. We can rebuild. Oh, but the trouble is if we just get blockaded into oblivion, then that's going to be pretty bad for us too. But if those cursed Genoans and Neapolitans weren't there, what a difference it would be. Oh, but that's a lot of them coming in, sir. And I don't like the idea of them ending up in my country. Yeah, oh man. Oh man. It's painful stuff. On the bright side, if Florence is no longer an ally, they can possibly privateer Genoa for mad cash if the Castilian menace isn't trading there. No, I'd rather have Florence helping me out, but Florence is about to die. In fact, Florence has just gotten ravaged there. Okay, one war is up, Naples is gone, and I got a lot of favors with Savoy. Hey, Savoy, I need you to help. Ah. Damn you. Attitude towards enemies is too damn high. Friendly towards the Pope, what a scumbag. Okay, at least that lifted the blockades for now, but I have a feeling that Naples is... Yeah, there we go. Naples is called in by the Papals. And now I'm still looking at a lot of enemy ships. But not an insurmountable amount. Let's race down and try to clobber the Naples fleet while we can. Divide and destroy them. And let's just hope Savoy changes their mind on their feelings about the Pope. But I'm about to have a massive deficit, and... Okay, that's fine. Austria's not my enemy here. Not yet, at least. Just wait until these guys start walking down to my country. Brittany honouring is a pain, because Brittany usually have heavies. They don't, but they have 6 transports. Okay, fear not, the war isn't over yet, but this might be a long war for Rome. Oh, well, there goes my only ally. However, that saved me quite a bit on war score, so the war score doesn't look quite so grim. What does look grim are the Papal States coming in to save the Gulf of Gabes. This suddenly doesn't look like a good naval battle for me, especially when Naples are bringing in reinforcements. I gotta pull out of there. I'm losing. My galleys cost me so damn much. I could build more, but think of the dosh that I don't have. See, the Papal States have plenty of galleys on their own, which in itself is a pain. And if they put me under blockade, that's a big financial blow that I'm not in a great place to handle. Do you regret selling that heavy, Jake? I had to sell the heavy, otherwise I wouldn't be able to afford everything else. I maybe regret being a bit too careless with my galleys, thinking that I could handle it anyway. Okay, let's build some up here. Vasca money, but hey. We gotta do what we gotta do to get this going. Oh man, at least my 5 galleys are still there. What does the Pope want in the peace deal? Hey, we're not giving in to Pope demands here. But out of curiosity, I'd have to lose my core on Rome. As expected, Naples are back for the... Finally, they rise up. 10,000 of them. Bring them down, you Rangoop. At least they're in dry lands. At least they're in dry lands, but that was still a lot of units that I lost there. Good lord. It's getting worse and worse, and the Tlemcenes want to rise up, of course. Is no loan still a rule for you? Is there an exception for this campaign? If I made exceptions, then it wouldn't be much of a rule, would it? But to answer your question, I won't be taking loans here, unless forced to. And being in a bad situation does not count for that. I'm going to give those guys autonomy so that they don't rise up. I could do without them rising up, frankly. There's a lot of things I could do without. Occupation as expected. Yeah, sure you don't want to help me out, Savoy? Come on. Okay, so they're going to occupy that as well. Unfortunate. How about you, Castile? Not enough favors, doesn't want land. He also likes the Pope. Aye. If I was at least making money, then I could formulate a navy to win all this, but nope. And if Morocco could please stop raiding me as well. Yikes. Okay, I don't like the way that money is going. I still have to pay for reinforcements on these guys, sadly. And the Tlemcenes are ready to rise up and ruin me financially as well. I mean, what I can do is debase, which is probably what I'm going to have to do just to see this through. Even though I don't want to. I really don't want to, but my options are very far between. Galleys cost a lot of sailors that I don't really have, not to mention I lost a whole bunch of them, but regardless, this is our only real way to win the war, is to take on the navy. There we go. Could you scuttage the vassals during the war for more dosh? They're my marches, so... Well, okay, Marrakesh is possible, but that's not going to be a lot more money. Alright. We can win this, I am certain of that, but it's going to be grim. I've got to keep a close eye on if they ever start marching into my lands proper here. Right, here's something that's pretty good for us. For example, I can now state this up, full core it, and now actually have an autonomy floor that isn't terrible for this land. There we... wait, what? Come on now, autonomy. Time to go down. I don't recall raising it. He squints and winces. There we go. Whew. Now Fez and Macna and Tadla are all giving me actual money, and they've already revolted, so they're unlikely to revolt anytime too soon. However, Brittany, Milan, Naples, they're all a problem. I would love it if one of them got roped into another war and then wanted to get out, but hey-ho. Yeah, the Neapolitans may well get bored, but what I need is, in 1 year, to get my galleys together and trounce those that are winning on the seas.